Hey everyone, this is Marcus Walter, and welcome to Weather Real Reviews. In Weather Real Reviews, we do just that. We review weather reels and weathercasts from all across the nation and beyond with the goal of helping everyone become better broadcasters and better broadcast meteorologists. For this episode, we take a look at a weather reel from meteorologist Trevor Birchett out of Memphis, Tennessee. He works for the ABC station there.
If you are in this red box right now, there is a threat of a tornado and we need you to be in your safe place. Still several signs of rotation, and you see them showing up in green right along the Mississippi River. So this is now moving into the city of Memphis. These winds are coming so fast behind the storm that it's actually causing it to bulge out a little bit.
So I love how his weather reel starts out covering severe weather. Typically when you work in news, most news directors, the people who manage the news station, who also do the hiring, they are always looking for someone who can handle severe weather. And with Trevor showcasing his ability to cover severe weather right off the top of his reel, I think that will pull any news director in to keep watching. So I think that was done very well, and he shows that he actually can handle severe weather, in particular tornado warnings.
Ice just builds right up on the power lines, and even a quarter-inch of ice can take those down. If you're in a car or a mobile home, again, you have to stop driving. You've got to find a better shelter. But man, is it going to be cold. 28 is our overnight low temperature with those breezy winds continuing all night. I think we were all ready for spring. We kind of got teased a little bit, and then nah.
Those Grizzlies fans, they're going to show up no matter what. You know how they are. They're going to come out and cheer on the team.
Memphis is known for its music, but most of us aren't used to the kind of rock and roll that shook the Mid-South Wednesday night.
These panels turn through the day, right?
That's exactly right.
And right now,
so
they're angled right into the sun.
that's exactly right.
On a day like today, we don't want any sunshine because sun just adds more energy for the storms later on today. We've got one.
So I love the fact that Trevor is showcasing his ability to cover active weather, to be personable, to have a good personality, to show it on camera. I definitely like that, although I do think his montage could be shortened just a little bit to be a little more efficient when it comes to showcasing his best stuff and then moving on to the next part of his weather reel.
A lot of that is going to be rain, but you see we've got some snow back here too. Sometimes these storms can produce winds that are much stronger. In fact, just as strong as a tornado.
Right now, the Mid-South certified most accurate forecast.
Good Thursday morning to you, 6:42, and it is a cool start to our day, especially compared to yesterday. Keep in mind, starting off yesterday, we were in the 60s and 70s before the storms came through. Now we're in the 40s, 46 degrees right now in Memphis, 43 in Covington. Good morning to you down in Marshall County, 46 in Holly Springs. 45 this morning in Corinth.
So I love the way that Trevor is starting off his main weathercast. He's talking about how much the weather has changed from just a day ago. That previous day they were dealing with warmer conditions, they were dealing with storms as a stronger cold front moved through their region. And I love the fact that he started right off the bat talking about what people are experiencing. They're experiencing that chill after that active weather. I think that would allow people to really connect to his weathercast and keep watching to see what else is in store and what they can expect from the forecast.
So maybe an extra layer, especially if you're cool-natured. You might need it, at least for the first couple of hours of the day. Heavy rain now well off to our east. Atlanta, central Georgia, down into the Florida Panhandle. They're seeing all the storms that we saw yesterday, but luckily it is moving out of our area, not before it left behind all that damage. Look at these storm reports from Detroit down to Memphis, Nashville, and New Orleans, all seeing several reports of damaging wind gusts, heavy rain, even a couple of tornadoes down in central Mississippi. Again, even though we had a little damage here, luckily no injuries to report here in our area. As far as today goes, temperatures cooler behind that front, maybe a couple of sprinkles this evening. All in all, shouldn't be a big deal. Now, tonight, we're going to get colder with some frost possible.
So Trevor has a great speaking voice. It's very easy to understand. It's very easy to follow. He's also speaking at a comfortable pace, and I think that is great because that would allow people at home to follow along with his forecast, to follow along with what he's telling them in regards to the weather and what's on the way. So really good job, Trevor.
Before some sunshine returns for tomorrow. We will see a little bit of sunshine this morning, but we'll notice the clouds build back in by the afternoon. And there's that chance of rain, really between about 5 and 6 p.m. You could see a sprinkle or two. Again, I don't think it's a huge deal, but it might be just enough to make you have to wipe the windshield a couple of times on your evening commute. Tonight in Memphis, 38 degrees, outlying areas closer to freezing. So we do have that frost advisory in place for the entire Mid-South. This means if you've planted something, you need to either bring it inside or cover it up, because that frost could be dangerous to those plants. Of course, for the latest forecast anytime through the day today, follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can find us everywhere at ABC24 Memphis. So cool today, 56 the high, warmer tomorrow, but still on the cool side, 63. The weekend, closer to 70, maybe a morning sprinkle Saturday. But all in all, I think the weekend is mostly going to turn out dry. Now, next week's a different story. We're back to the 70s with some spotty showers likely by Tuesday and Wednesday.
Well, we just finished Trevor's weather reel, and I think he did a really good job with it. I think it showcases his ability to handle active weather. It showcases his personality. It showcases his ability to explain weather and cover scientific topics. And overall, I thought he did a really good job with that in his montage and also in his full weather cast. But I do have a couple of tips or suggestions potentially for Trevor and others who are working on their reels and also working just on their broadcasting ability and how they cover weather on television, on various social media platforms. Tip 1, I would definitely recommend you follow along with Trevor as he speaks clearly and at a very comfortable pace. I think that pace was very easy to follow. It was easy for people. It was easy for me to understand. So I feel like it would be easy for others to understand as well. Tip number 2, specifically for Trevor's montage, I definitely think it can be shortened. He has a lot of good content there, but some of it does get a little repetitive, especially, for example, the clips where he's showing off his personality. I think people would be able to understand it maybe after one clip or two clips. They'll get a gist of your personality when you combine that with some of the other more serious clips that are there. So I think if he cuts out maybe some of the funnier clips, the looser clips, I think that'll serve his reel a lot better, and I think it would allow people to more or less hone in on who he is and learn about him very quickly in a more efficient manner. The next tip I would recommend to Trevor and others is to really think about always tapping into that meteorology. And he did do that a couple of times, again, talking about the cold front that passed through, that brought the active weather, that brought the severe weather. But I think if you can highlight more of the meteorology and really connect it with what people are seeing and experiencing, I think that will serve the viewers very well and allow the viewers to really start trusting in you as a meteorologist and really continuing to follow you as you present weather and put out weather content on various media platforms. So those were just my recommendations for Trevor, that is, but I thought he did a really good job. I really enjoyed watching his reel, and I'm excited to see what the future holds for Trevor as he continues to work in the field of broadcast meteorology. All right, now, if you have any questions about what we mentioned in this video, if you want feedback on your weather reels or your weathercast, you need help with developing a good presentation covering weather, definitely reach out. I'm on various social media platforms. At Marcus D. Walter is the handle. I would love to help out and help you get better at broadcasting and working as a broadcast meteorologist. Until next time, thanks for watching and enjoy your day.